Again, these problems are carefully written to work. And what I mean by that is it's going to work if you try. Now, of course, you're going to take some dead heads on it, which I did when I first did the problem. I just can't remember exactly what I did at first, but I don't think I would have done this at first. I probably would have done it first. I'd probably take the second equation, solve for y, make a substitution, and then probably got into trouble, said just too much work. Then I went back and saw something else. And what I saw was, I saw if I multiplied the second equation by 6, you would get, let's see, you would get 6xy, and then you get plus 12y equals minus 12. And then I took this and added it to the first equation with the whole point of seeing a perfect square, by the way. That's why I chose the 6, because now I see the perfect square. What else do you see over here? Well, some things that might be trouble, but it didn't cost too much to do this. And let's see, 9 minus 12 would be minus 3. I'm going to factor that now with the hope I'm seeing something. That's x plus 3 squared. And then I see this over here, 3y. And then I see 4x plus 3y plus 3 equals 0. And then what do I get? I'm going to factor it. X plus 3y, x plus 3y equals 0. I'm going to say it looks like 3 and 1, plus plus. And that does work out, by the way. Well, I know what x is. X equals minus 3y minus 3, or the x could equal minus 3y minus 1. Now, I know the inclination is to set them equal now and see if you can come up with the y, but you can't, right? So this is a quadratic. There's two different solutions to it. These are the two different solutions. It depends on y. I don't know what the y is, all right? So what I do now is I'd have to go back to one of these equations and plug it in. And where am I going to do that? Let me just write these a little differently, though. And I'm going to say this is minus 3y. You know what? I notice I can pull out a minus 3 there. Minus 3, y plus 1. And this one I'm going to factor a minus 1 out. So minus 3y plus 1. All right, so I'm going to use the second equation to put it in, see what happens. And let's see what we get there. So let's see, xy. So let me write this down. So I'm going to put down, I'm going to use this one first. And what are you going to get there? Well, x is minus 3, y plus 1 times y plus 2y equals minus 2. What do you get there? You get minus 3y squared minus 3y plus 2y equals minus 2. Minus 3y squared minus y plus 2 equals 0. Well, I'm going to multiply both sides by minus 1, and you get 3y squared plus y minus 2 equals 0. I'm going to make some attempt to factor that. Let's see, 2 and 1. I'm going to say plus minus. And what do you get there? Well, you get 3y squared, certainly. 3 minus 2 is 1y. Yeah, it works beautifully. So now I know what y is. So for this particular example over here, what I just substituted in, I get y equals minus 1. I'm getting this from here. Or the y equals, let's see, 2/3. Let me write this down as an ordered pair of points, minus 1. And what would x equal? X would equal 0 in that case. Let's do the other one. And that's y equals 2/3. Well, let's take a look at that. I'm plugging in the y, 2/3. You get minus 3 times 2/3, which is going to be minus 2. Get minus 5 now. Let me just check that. 2/3, 5/3. Yeah, minus 5. All right. So I'm pretty comfortable with that. I mean, I could plug it back in again if I want. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the other one. So I'm going to say I'm done with this one. Before I say that, though, I want to make sure that we're really trying to get milestones over here. And this is one of the milestones I want. So I want to get 0 minus 1, which I have. And I want to get minus 5 2/3, which I have now. I want to do the other one now. So I'm going to erase this. I'm done with this. And I'm going to move on to the next one. And the next one is going to be this one over here. I'm going to do the same thing I did before. Right? What is that? Plug it in. So what's x? It's minus 3y plus 1 times y plus 2y equals minus 2. What do you get there? Well, multiply it out. You get minus 3y squared minus 3y plus 2y equals minus 2. Let's see, this gives me minus 3y squared minus y plus 2 equals 0. I can multiply both sides by minus 1. I'm going to factor it, if I can. Let's see, 2 and 1 plus minus. Let's see if that works. I get 3y squared. Let's see, 3y minus 2y is 1y. Yeah, what do we get over here? You get y equals minus 1. And you get y equals, what would you get over there? 2/3. We're getting the same answer twice, aren't we? But maybe not. What I'm saying is, did I do a mistake somewhere? Let me see if I did that right. I'm just looking at my work, by the way. Let's go to town. Let's see what we get over here. All right? I don't think I made any mistakes at this point. So what do you get? You get y is minus 1. That's an easy one. Plug it in, what do you get? Well, 3 times minus 1 is going to be minus 3 plus 1. That's minus 2, so you get 2. Let's do the other one, which is 2/3. Well, 3 times 2/3 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3, so that'll be minus 3. All right, let me look at the key. And I think I might have made a mistake somewhere. And I don't know where the mistake is. So I'm going to say my answers are not matching these. All right, so maybe there's an error. I don't know. Let's take a look at it. And I want to see if I've got the right answer. And I'm looking at my picture, by the way. So minus 5 2/3, I see that one. 0 minus 1, I see that one. And let me see if I see this one. I certainly see this there, and I think I see this one over here. Yeah, so I made a mistake somewhere. Now granted, someone's going to say, are you going to go back over that? Yeah, I am. So let me see where I made a mistake. And let me just see, go back, and I'm glad I didn't erase everything. I always say I'm going to erase the backtracks. I don't want to go back, but I do want to go back. And let's see, minus 3y minus 1. And I got this over here. And let's see if I plug that in right. I got this over here. I see it now, all right? So I see my error, and I'm glad I see it, because I need to correct myself. These are wrong answers over here. This is all wrong. It happens, and I'm glad I looked. All right, let's go over it again. Minus 3y squared minus y. Last time I said minus 3y. That's crazy. And I'm sure some of you caught that as I was doing the problem. But I'm glad of the opportunity to go back over it again. I'm also glad of the opportunity that I make mistakes. I want to correct them. Plus y plus 2 is equal to 0. Multiply by minus 1, you get 3y squared minus y minus 2 equals 0. I'm going to factor this, just like I did before, by the way. And you get, let's see, 2 and 1. Let's see, that's going to be minus plus. And let me erase my prior answer, which already looks similar to this one over here. What's y going to be equal to? Well, certainly 1. And the other answer is going to be equal to is y equals minus 2/3. Let me go back over here. Again, we're trying to verify an answer. I'm going to say 1 for y. And what would you get over there? Minus 4. Again, we're plugging in here. And the other answer I'd get, let's put that one down. Well, I'm going to say minus 2/3. Well, that gives me minus 2 plus 1, which is minus 1, so I get 1. Let's get my red pen out again, and let's see if I'm matching those now. I am. And more importantly, I want to point out the reason we give you graphs, one thing I give a graph is just to make sure you understand that I'm trying to visualize a problem. And what do I see? I'll be honest with you, it might be tough to see these things initially, but I'm seeing an ellipse and I'm seeing a rotated hyperbola. Rotated hyperbola. This is the ellipse. This is the rotated hyperbola. I didn't go through that work, by the way. I'm just saying I see that now. I see that. I got a visualization of it. Didn't do the work to derive that, but I have that. And again, we're seeing those points of intersection. These problems are more difficult than the other problems we've seen. But again, they're tricky, and the tricks are try something. If it doesn't work, try again, and you'll eventually stumble upon something that works. They're written to work. Thank you.